Welcome back, you guys. It's time to read Chapter 13. This chapter is called A Painful Splitting Sound. Bang! Something huge and heavy sweeps past my face and lands at my feet. I jump back, look down at the rafter that has fallen from the roof, and then back up at the gate. It's disappeared. House! I yell. I was going to bring Bubba home. Open the gate again. The house shakes from side to side. Please, I try again. I can't do this on my own. I put my head in my hands. It feels heavy, weighed down by the memories of an old couple, and Nina and Serena. I can't be a guardian. I have to find Bubba. Two thick vines slap across the space where the gate was, making a large cross. And just in case I don't get the message, a few tendrils coil up and spell out the word no in curly writing right in front of the center of the cross. My whole body stiffens and I struggle to breathe. Once again, the house is controlling my life, stopping me from going where I want to go and preventing me from being with the people that I want to be with. I storm through the front door, needing air and space, only to be faced with the dead. Clouds of them are gathered around the skulls of the fence. Their confused faces turn to me as I step outside, seeking comfort. But I look away and walk around the fence, blowing out the skull candles. As each flame is extinguished, the dead drift away, and I sense the house shrink and sag behind me. I feel the disappointment, heavy in the night air. It's not like I can guide them, I mutter. You've shut the gate. A wispy old lady stepped towards me. I can't help you, I say, before she can ask me anything, and I blow out the candle between us. A crack reverberates through the air. I turn around and peer at the house, but can't see where the noise came from. I blow out another candle. More dead drift away, and there's another crack. Then a creak and a painful splitting sound. My hands tremble as I move to the last candle. Just as the flame dies, I see it. A fracture in the house's wall near the skeleton store. My eyebrows furrow as I walk toward it. I don't understand. The house has never cracked before. I touch the wood. It feels dry and splintered. What's wrong with you? I whisper, but the house doesn't respond. It's eerily still and silent. Cold shivers through me, and I rush back indoors. I stack logs onto the fire until no more will fit, and then I sit on the edge of Bubba's chair, frowning at the flames. Jack pushes a soggy piece of bread into my sock. I pick him up and hold him close, but I still feel alone. I need Bubba. She would know how to fix the crack, and she would happily guide all the dead that came back to the house. She would be here. If the house won't let me go through the gate, I'll have to find another way to bring Bubba home. I rise to my feet and clear the table, and as I put the leftover foods away in the pantry, an idea forms in my mind. I look inside pots and rummage through jars, a small smile tugging at the corners of my mouth. We're getting low on several things: oats and flour, tinned fish and fruits, chili powder and oil, tea and sugar. And the cold pantry, the section of the pantry the house keeps cool by pulling a draft over damp moss, is practically empty. I pull a piece of paper and a pencil from my apron pocket and write a list. Look! I wave a paper at the rafters triumphantly. We need to go to the market. The house sinks lower into the sand. Maybe not urgently, I concede, but we would definitely do with more of these things. Some of them are really important. Benji wakes up and bleats loudly. Milk powder, for example. Now that we have Benji, the milk powder is going down really fast, and I can't cook as well as Bubba. I need more tinned foods and ready-made sauces. The house adjusts itself with a groan. Please, I barter. Take me to the market and I'll prepare a really big feast. I'll guide a whole army of dead, and I won't try to go into the gate. The chimney snorts, sending ashes dancing into the air. The house doesn't believe me. Look, I'm sorry. I put a hand on the wall and take a deep breath. I'm sorry about everything. I know I've been selfish, and I should have guided Nina sooner. My voice breaks as I realize I truly am sorry. It's all my fault. I slide down the wall and collapse onto the floor in a heap. Bubba told me guiding the dead was a serious responsibility, but I didn't listen, and now, because of me, Bubba has gone through the gate. I need her back to make things right. But I don't know how. Maybe one of the other Yagas can help. Please? I try again. Take me to the market so I can find someone to help me bring Bubba home. Tiny blue flowers rise between my fingers and brush against my skin. I'm not sure what it means, but I decide to think positive. Now? I rise to my feet. Can we go now, please? The house tilts and I hear a soft splash as its feet rise from the water. Thank you. I smile at the rafters, hope and excitement bubbling through me. We haven't been to the market for months. It's a real market for the living and one of the biggest street markets in North Africa. All the Yaga go there to get their supplies. It's always busy, street after street, filled with traders and shoppers so focused on bargaining and bartering that a house with chicken legs can sneak to the edge without anyone ever noticing. There's a stall that sells the spirit troughs for the dead, and behind it sits a retired Yaga house, one that doesn't travel the world anymore. An old Yaga lives there, one of the ancient elders. She will know how to get Bubba out of the gate. I'm sure of it. The fence bones clatter to the skeleton store, and Benji skids towards me in fright. I lean down to him, and he scrambles up into my arms as Jack lands on my shoulder, and I carry them both to the window to watch the house moves. My heart surges upward with the floorboards. Long, slow paces roll into a bounding jog. The house heads north along the coast. I glance back at the beach where we swam with Nina, and though my eyes sting with tears at the thought of everything that happened here, the image of Nina laughing in the surf still makes me smile. Sandy beach turns into rocky shore and sheer cliff, and then the horizon lights up with an unmistakable glow of a city. Huge dark ships loom out to sea, pinpricks of colored lights decorating their hulls, and the wind carries the smell of the port, seaweed, fish, and people. Real, live, living people. The market is on the edge of town. From a distance, it looks like an inland ocean, the canopies over the stalls billowing like waves. The house slows to a gentle stroll and circles closer. When it's sure it has found a quiet spot, it folds its legs and lowers itself gently to the ground. I'll never be able to sleep, and it seems Jack is just as excited as me. He squeezes through the gap at the bottom of the window sash, opens his wings wide, and flaps majestically into the night. I'm sure the Spirit Trust stall will be open. Bubba has visited the old Yaga, who runs the stall at all times of the night. I tie Bubba's headscarf around my chin, pull a shawl around my shoulders, and with a deep breath of the spiced air, walk out into the night alone.